Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for being here today to this new marathon request by Joe. Thank you so much, Joe, for choosing this. And this is basically Joe's personal faves. I do have a title. Let me look it up. Joe's Gems Marathon. So we have Journey. We have Journey from their 1977 album. This is called Next. I Would Find You, and there's some personal notes. Then we have Gurvitz Army from their 1975 album Elysian Encounters, The Hustler. Then number 3, Mr. Peter Gabriel, The Legend, plays live 1983. This is The Rhythm of the Heat, the Rhythm of the Heat, and then last song would be by the amazing legendary band Queen, White Queen, As It Began, is it called? And this is from Queen 2, 1974. Thank you again, Joe, so much for this awesome marathon. The first one, the O Canada Part 2, was amazing. Everyone, if you want to see that, please check it out. Look it up. Go to the search bar and type in, or you can just go under videos once you're on YouTube. If you're not on your TV, I do recommend now and then going on your PC or your phone, looking up the video. You can cast it to your TV, but you can see under the video tab all the recent videos, because a lot of people are also asking a lot about Alexia, even though we release a video with Alexia in it every day, no matter what. So just letting you know. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Joe. I'll be right back in a segundo. All right, I'm back and ready to go with my reactors beanie. Yeah, that's what I call it. Helps me with the hair. Having long hair, I'm sure if you ever had long hair, it's always in the face if you don't use product. I hate product. And so yeah, so this is perfect. And it also does protect me a little bit, because I do listen to music extremely loud. So I mean, it really doesn't help you. It still is loud. People might think this is like wearing earplugs. It's not, but a little bit it does protect you. I mean, I can turn it down here, but it is essential to listen to music a little bit louder than usual. So this is more for the hair, so it does help me. All right, so having that out of the way, let's give it up for Journey. And I've always loved Journey. I do know, the original Journey that I know is the commercial one, when they really got big, and I think in the 80s. So I did a marathon of Journey, the first 2 albums. I loved it, and you can really hear their heavier side. So let's see. This is obviously from their, earlier stuff. So let's give it up for 1977's Journey. And also, Joe, thank you so much for all the notes you provided to me. I did read a little bit of them, not all, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. So here we go with Journey. What a beautiful intro. You don't hear that in 80s Journey.
Many days have faded away, and a time has passed. Those were memories by so fast. I can't see you, I can't hear you, but I feel you. from the Lord, without a doubt. I can't see you, oh, I can't hear you, but I feel you. Oh. Could it be that I feel so all alone? It's you that's driving me mad. Oh, you won't leave me alone. You have touched my soul. You have touched my soul. Now hear me. Could it be that you feel so all alone?
Wow, like honestly, it sounds so much like so different. It sounds like a totally different band without Steve Perry, you know. But a lot of people say that Steve kind of like, well, that's when he made it more commercial sounding, but he has a beautiful voice. You got to give it to him, you know. Also here like Neil Schoen and Craig Raleigh, guitar and keyboards, were of Santana fame. So Santana must have been like, wow, I lost some good players right there. And then drummer and the drummer, Ashley Dunbar, played with Bowie and Zappa. So, I mean, also, but I do have to say, you know, what's his name? Oh boy, the drummer they got afterwards. What's the drummer? Smith. Give me a second. No. Steve Smith. Steve Smith is freaking unbelievable. I mean, a jazz fusion player. Like, please watch Steven Smith drum solos, or not with Journey, just by himself with Vital Information. It's gonna blow your mind. I mean, I can't believe he played in Journey. Like, that guy is like on a different level, playing with Frank Gambale and, you know, of also Frank Zappa fame. But yeah, let's continue. I'm loving it. I love that it's a lot heavier than the 80s Journey, and it's just, you know, it sounds like a completely different band. I love it.
So all alone. It's me that's driving you mad. Oh, I would leave you alone. Oh, yes, I
know what he's doing. He's playing that Dorian mode to death. Because it works, you know, and it's Santana's trademark, and he's coming from Santana. So it's just a beautiful mode. Like, yeah, it's just really good. So I'll be right back. I do have to do something really important. I'll be literally a sec. All right, there he is. Marley's literally stalking me. Okay, so the next one is the Hustler by Baker Gurvitz Army, and I've reacted to him before as well, but just one song, so I don't really know what to expect. Here we go. This reminds me of the last two albums. Like, I would say, like an In Through the Outdoor Led Zeppelin, the way Page was writing, I don't know if it was Page and John Paul Jones, the way they were writing songs at the end of Zeppelin was a little bit like this. And a lot of people don't like the last two albums. I mean, In Through the Outdoor and I think it was Presence or Coda. I think it was Coda and then In Through the Outdoor. A lot of people don't like those albums. I kind of like listen my way into them, you know. Of course, I like Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, 4. And I've pretty much the first six like the most, but I do appreciate their later stuff, which is more like almost like a country rock kind of like thing. And this is, it sounds a little bit more like that, if I'm not totally off, but I do like it. So you wouldn't even think that they're from England, you know. I was just looking them up, and yeah, like English rock. It's because they sound more American. They have that country vibe going. The slide guitar, the way they improvise. It was more the whole song was like a vamp, you know, like really cool. I really enjoyed it. A lot of guitar wizardry, as you call it, and a lot of bends and little, really cool playing, and but it had that vibe, it had that. I guess that's what Zeppelin also did in the last, like in Through the Outdoor, Hot Dog. Remember that song? I don't really like that one, but it's just like it has that vibe, that the last Zeppelin album, like more like almost like a country vibe or more like an Americana vibe. I don't know, but this was really good. Next off, Peter Gabriel. I mean, what else is there to say about this man? He's a musical genius in every way. I mean, the Genesis era is just insane. I do love the Phil Collins era as much as I like the Peter Gabriel era, but then I think Peter Gabriel as a solo artist is just fantastic. But here we go, I mean, let the man speak for himself. The Rhythm of the Heat live, and here we go with Mr. Gabriel. Let's go.
Looking out the window, I see the red dust clear. High up on the red rock stands the shadow with a spear. Around me, rhythm has control. The rhythm is inside me. The rhythm has my soul. Self-conscious, uncertain, I'm showered by the dust, but the spirit enters into me and I submit to trust. Smash the radio, smash the watch, can I tear the day to shreds? Smash the camera, can I steal away the spirits? The rhythm is below me, the rhythm is around me, the rhythm has control. The rhythm is inside me, the rhythm has my soul.
Wow, Peter Gabriel is such a force of nature. I mean, man, I mean, you can't even like if you. I don't want to compare him. I rather not compare to other people who have left their bands to become solo artists. But he's just like one of those who just became something completely like a force to be reckoned with, you know, like amazing musical output, and also his singing is just brilliant always, and his musical ideas. The whole rhythm here was so powerful. It felt like a theme. It almost felt like a score to a movie. Like I just watched like a year ago, you know, the new Dune version, and they're coming out with part 2 soon, but the soundtrack is so rhythmic. There's so much rhythm, and it sounds like it's such a cool soundtrack. Hans Zimmer, of course, at the helm. Like he totally turned around like the soundtrack game, like from John Williams, you know, doing the whole, I don't know, it sounds way more serious now. It doesn't sound as theatrical, I guess, you know. I mean, if you compare Hans Zimmer to Williams, John Williams scores are always very like, I don't know, You know, that kind of stuff, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love John Williams, but Hans Zimmer is super unpredictable. He uses like unconventional music in his movies. Like when you listen to Blade Runner, the second one, or Dune, or I don't know, like Black Hawk Down. Like he mixes like like Eastern music with Western music. Every time Interstellar is just so trippy. But I think Peter Gabriel is also there where he can just choose any genre of music and do something great with it, you know. I guess that's what I was going with the composers. But yeah, Queen is last. We're gonna do some Queen, White Queen, and this is also this is what Joe said is his favorite record, I think. Let's see here. I do want to go. I don't want to say something that's not true. Let's see. Okay, this is Queen's heaviest, most proggy album. And it doesn't say if it's his favorite, so I don't want to put words into Joe's mouth. Okay, here we go. I always love some prog and some Queen together. Here we go.
So sad, her eyes smiling, dark eyes. So sad, her eyes as it began. On such a breathless night as this, upon my brow the lightest kiss, I walked alone, and all around the air did say, my lady soon will stir this way, and sorrow no. The White Queen walks and the night grows pale. Stars of lovingness in fading, unheard, bleeding, one word, so sad. My eyes, she cannot see.
Ahorita.
How did thee fare? What have thee seen? The mother of the willow green, I call her name. And 'neath her window have I stayed. I love the footsteps that she made, and when she came. White Queen, how my heart did ache and dry my lips, no word would break. So still I wait.
I'm sure most of like people that listen to Queen nowadays, especially after the movie came out, they don't listen to this Queen. They listen to either the soundtrack, which is pretty good, of the movie or the best of, like greatest hits. That's the Queen that I knew, and it was so wrong. I didn't really know. I didn't knew Queen at all. It's just they're so different, their styles, that it could be literally, if it wasn't for, Freddie Mercury's voice that's instantly recognizable, I would think this is a totally different band. It's just so different. The sitar here. Wow. Okay, bonus song. Let's go. That is Kansas. The Miracles Out of Nowhere. We already did that. I thought it was just gonna go into the next song. Man, now I have to think. I just wanted to go into the loser in the. No, I'm sorry. Someday, one day. But hey, you know what? Let me just pause for a second and think about this, okay? Be right back. All right, so I know what I'm going to do because I just want to be on a safe side. I'm going to add some Warner music. And Warner music is, Genesis is, pretty much handled under Warner music. So I'm going to do a Genesis song after the Ordeal from Selling England by the Pound. And I know. This is Firth of Fifth is on this album. Oh my lord. If it's amazing, I'll play it to Alexia. And there's also another Rush song that I wanted to show her. So if it's like super amazing, we'll play it to Alexia or do a separate reaction. But yeah, here is from Selling England by the Pound, 1973. We got some more Peter Gabriel in Genesis. Here we go. I'm sure a lot of you giggled when I announced this song because I'm like, here's more Gabriel, and it's an instrumental. So, but at least we heard him on the flute. It was a great display of of the band, you know, especially I guess, you know, their instrumental side, and yeah, I think this was. It's crazy how much they're inspired by, you know, Bach, you know, in their playing, and this was great. I mean, all the stuff that Steve was playing, and even the bass, it sounded baroque, you know, baroque, neoclassical, you know, but with a little bit of all kinds of modes. You know, I'm not gonna like talk about modes right now because it's just like, I don't know if you guys like that or it's just like unnecessary, but this was great, man. This sounded really, really nice, and I didn't even know they had. I mean, what other instrumental? I've never really heard an instrumental by Genesis, so this is kind of cool. This is something I would definitely like to show Alexia, and you know, and this was great. So we did hear some Gabriel, but on the flute. We heard, you know, Phil. We heard Tony, Mike, and the boys. You know, so this was awesome. I hope this was a good choice. I think it was. I mean, it wrapped it up nice with a, you know, little bow on top, and this was a great marathon. Thank you so much. I was gonna do you know, more Journey than Santana, but I wanted something Warner Brothers, because sometimes these marathons get blocked, and then Warner Brothers is kind enough to unblock them from me. So I always want Warner Brothers artists in my life. All right, well, thank you so much, Joe, for this. This was awesome. Both of them were amazing. Both marathons. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope you did like this, and I'll see you in the next one.